Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cole Wolfrun. Here are my lovely players in this session of Dragon Age Call of the Qun. So last session a lot happened. Amaris got dicked down by the Viper, who is not the Viper yet, he's just Asher still, and also the Black Divine. Ellie could have gotten dicked down by the Iron Bull, but then she found out her mentor, Einar Kuzlind, is slowly dying of the Blight, and went into the Black City and killed one of the Evanuris, and that accelerated his Blight. And so he's leaving to go try to kill the rest of them. Mira did not have sex with Cullen because she's a classy lady and did not, but she
also called a virgin.
But she also made out with him a bunch. She definitely made out with Cullen like a lot by that lake.
Yeah.
Bambi got heavily traumatized by the first Talon, and then Zevran just showed up and said, "Hey, why don't you just lead the crows? It's really easy." Ulrich has just tried to hold this party together while also shoving Mira at Cullen aggressively.
Yeah.
And panicking when Dorian flirts with him.
I mean, yeah.
Also, Amaris's fiance turned out to be being mind-controlled by a familiar, well, not familiar to any of the characters, person, who... And then another crow, named Valerius de Riva, killed him, and a few other magisters who were actively working for the Venatori. The Inquisitor then recruited the party and said, "Hey, y'all are going with the Aeroshock to Saharon to see what's going on." And the only person who was allowed to say no was Mira, and she was like, "I'll go."
I'll go. They might die.
Oh, but Mira has a date with Cullen today, and Ulrich has a date with Dorian.
I also might have gotten a field promotion.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're Lieutenant Commander. You now answer directly to Cullen.
Wow.
And Ellie found out that Liliana's pregnant with twins from Einar Kuzlind, and that she's going to be a godmommy.
Nice.
If she survives. Now, if the ominous music couldn't tell you, it's time for long rests in a party full of people who have really bad dreams, and Ulrich.
And Ulrich.
So
His really bad dream is life.
That is the best othering that you could do with my character. I love that.
It's like Ulrich doesn't dream. For now.
I love the idea of Ulrich just fully waking up well rested and the rest of us look like shit.
So first, we're not going to go into details of your dreams, Bambi. You just have I'll just say, I'm going to roll for how bad your nightmare is. Ooh. You keep imagining yourself killing Zevran while he's just smiling at you.
That sounds about right, yeah.
And now I'm going to roll a D6 to see who gets their traumatic dream first of the three people who are going to get traumatic dreams.
Cool.
Ellie. So, Ellie, you have never been a warden during a blight, but you have dreams of the Archdemon. And your dreams tonight start off as like any other Darkspawn Grey Warden dream. You're not seeing an Archdemon, but you're seeing a lot of Darkspawn, and then suddenly flashes of light start happening in your mind as you see two dragons, two archdemons, raising their heads above a horde of Darkspawn. And hovering above those two are two humanoid figures that you cannot make out who they are. One looks very similar to how the architect is described. Tall, long extremities, maybe some tentacles. The other just looks like a regular humanoid. And then your dream ends with a field of dead Grey Wardens, including Thorn and Einar Kuzlind and Carver Hawk.
Don't do that to me.
That's your bad dream.
Yeah, that she didn't like that very much.
Amaris, you enter your dreams, and do you intentionally walk the Fade in your dreams tonight?
I do on occasion, and not this time, I think. I think there would have been too much that happened to even consider that.
So, you don't typically walk your own... You sometimes will walk your own dreams, and you decide not to this night. But you feel present in this one. As you are once again standing in the halls of the Black City. Tendrils all around that you now know are blight, coursing everywhere. The architect standing where a throne is. And he just simply stares at you as he looks down, and many different people start shifting on the throne. First, it's the Divine, then Dorian, then you. And he goes, all of thou might sit on this throne and direct Avinter's power in the new world. All thou hast to do is let me in. And you feel a tugging on your mind. And I'm going to guess Amaris is not going to willingly let anyone into his brain.
No, and I don't think it would be a good idea for most to attempt either.
Give me a wisdom saving throw. Actually, you know what? We'll make it charisma in your case. Just to be nice. I saw that face up. Oh no, wisdom.
I'm going to use my inspiration for last session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's better. That went from a nat 1 to a 10, and it is now a 12 for a 21.
21, okay. So, you have never felt such an unrelenting force trying to worm its way into your mind, but you're able to repel it. And you awake from your dream, knowing that when you do not choose to walk the Fade, there may be a chance he tries to enter your mind.
Mm-hmm.
A chance. I'm gonna say 21 was way above the DC. It's not that high of a roll, I promise. You don't have to worry about it being that every time. And you awaken next to the Divine.
Mm.
He's still sleeping peacefully. It's very early in the morning.
I think Amaris just watches his face for a moment because it would be so unusual to see him in this state of vulnerability. And he realizes he doesn't know when they'd be able to get this sort of peace again in the near future with the current state of affairs. So he is going to enjoy this while he can and just snuggle back in and pretend the rest of the world outside just does not exist.
All right. With that, it's now Mira's turn.
Hello.
And we need special music for this.
Oh, good. It gets worse. I'm just waiting for it to like...
No, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. One
We've
second.
lost the music.
You get very specific music for your dream.
Oh. Cute.
You awaken
Oops.
in a gray space that doesn't... It appears to be some sort of like pocket of the Fade that is not yet... It feels incomplete.
Okay.
You see a lot of statues of what appear to be ancient elves around. You see a very clear statue of Mythal. A clear statue of Felasan. And strangely, a statue of the Inquisitor. And as you look between the three of them, you see, with his hands behind his back, facing an Illuvian, the Dreadwolf.
Oh.
Apologies, Lethaline. I thought to reach you in dream would be the easiest way to converse.
In a way that I couldn't say no?
Would you have willingly accepted an opportunity to speak again?
Now we will never know. Because we've done this instead, though. Was there something you needed?
Simply a warning.
Oh.
The Kunari dabble in things they do not understand. The Arashok thinks he knows the magnitude of what his Vitasala is doing. He does not.
Mm-hmm.
And you... He looks at you and his eyes glow blue for a second. I need a wisdom save.
Oh. Rude. Rude. A wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
12 plus 7 is
19.
He's not trying to control you or compel you. He's not putting you under a gas or anything, but like you feel him picking around in your brain for a brief moment, and then he pulls. Attempting to help Felasan will lead to nothing but sorrow, child.
okay.
He is lost.
So, no consent, or we're just full condescension here, I suppose.
That is how one handles undisciplined children, yes?
I'm not your child.
All of you. And he actually does air quotes, which you can tell he got from Varric. Elven are in one way or another.
Yours?
Mine or one of the others. You do not understand what forces you deal with.
Okay. So your warning was to tell me that I should just do whatever you say and that Kunari don't know what they're doing?
I have met only one Kunari who seems reasonable, and he leads the Inquisition. Any others I've met of their kind seem to be more hit first, ask questions later, the Iron Bull being a prime example. I fear what they will do if they access more Illuvians than they already have.
I feel like you'd be really upset if people just kind of clumped all elves into one space and just... Right?
Considering
right?
I don't see... Not necessarily. Elves are their own thing. They are all similar, as are dwarves, humans, Kunari. All were created. All have a purpose. And yours, it seems, is to stop the Arashok from doing something that could unleash an even greater terror than myself, as you might see it, upon this world.
Have you seen him? I don't think I'll be telling him much of anything.
You don't need to tell him anything. You just need to guide and steer him away from this course.
Why can't you do that yourself?
The Arashok is as apt to kill me on sight. He is friends with the Inquisitor, after all.
Right. And how exactly is an unruly, undisciplined child going to help you?
Well, one unruly, undisciplined child would know a lot more how to handle another unruly, undisciplined whelp than I would.
Mm-hmm. Why did you open the Alluvian?
I saw a group of people coming together for a cause they do not understand, but could stop catastrophe. Whereas I am busy preparing to stop something even greater.
Mm-hmm.
There is a being who seeks to leave the Fade who is trapped within.
Mm.
And if he is let loose, well, your entire world will be overcome with darkness. That is until I am able to tear down the veil, but him being released would cause problems for that.
I'm sorry. Tearing down the veil would be less than good.
At first. But I have made plans to minimize the casualties.
You talk about loss of life a little too casually.
I would rather lose thousands than save millions and give them the world they deserve. We'll all have magic, including the dwarves.
Did you ask the dwarves if they wanted magic?
They do not know what they miss. I must correct a mistake.
So we're admitting that you make mistakes.
I have made many mistakes.
Okay. And I should just take you at your word.
You have two options. Believe me and stop. And
you're the god of lies.
And deception and rebellion, but depending on the story.
Right, none of them good.
Oh, but your stories of Ghilan'nain are so pure, are they not?
A lot of them.
The Dalish have only chosen to remember the propaganda of tyrants. Now, you have two choices, it seems. Believe me, and stop the Arashok from unleashing a creature that is beyond beyond the power of any of you to stop. Or simply sit, let it happen, and force my hand at tearing down the veil without my safeguards. You have months. If I do not see this, never mind. But if it is not done, if he is not persuaded, or the Alluvian he has is not shattered, I will tear down the veil with no safeguards, and even more will die. These are your choices.
It's not really a choice if you go with an ultimatum.
Correct. It is an ultimatum, but you still have a choice. All mortals do, if that's what free will is. You can choose.
You care about free will?
I care about the free will of every soul and spirit. But I will do what I must to make this world perfect.
What about your friend?
As I said, I will do what I must to give this world the perfection it needs.
So he had a choice and he didn't choose what you wanted.
He tried to fight me, knowing he would die. Instead of killing him...
And you did something worse.
Depending on the perspective. But once the veil comes down, Felasan will return as he was. All tranquil.
Will forgive you?
I don't care for his forgiveness or the forgiveness of any. I don't care if I'm killed, burned alive, destroyed when this is all over. I will fix the world and accept the consequences. They already call me the Dread Wolf. Any other monikers they can bestow mean nothing. But Felason will return. I spared his life, and I will give him a new one. As I will every tranquil. When the veil comes down, they will the magic and their emotions will return to them. I will fix the broken world. And give the elves their rightful power back. And give the dwarves their magic. Though, I do admit I do not know what will happen to the Qunari. They did not exist before I created the veil. Humans shall be fine. They were the first mortals.
Are you done invading my dream and my brain with no consent now?
Yes.
That you talked at me?
And do tell Cullen that I regret what must be done.
No. Thanks, though.
Shame. For all his self-righteousness, I did admire his conviction. His light will be one that the world will miss. And then the dream ends.
Yeah.
Oh man, what the fuck?
Listen, whenever Dragon Age 4 was first announced, we were promised Villain Solus, and I'm giving y'all Villain Solus. Who thinks he's in the who thinks he's in the right.
Yeah, he thinks he's the hero. I say that in air quotes because I know he doesn't. But
I honestly think Solus was too sanitized in Veilguard. I think he should have been a little bit more straight up like gray and not still a good guy. No. Especially once you get to all the memories and you find all the stuff he did. Now, Mira, you wake up, and you were probably sleeping somewhere outside, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
You wake up outside at the manor of Dorian Pavis to Bark Spawn licking you.
Yes. A good thing.
The big Mabari is giving you smooches.
Cute.
Because and he's whining, so it seems like he was trying to soothe you because you were like shaking in your dreams. He just he does a little paw at you, which, considering how small Mira is, the paw is like the size of her face.
Yeah. She's loving it. Yeah, I think she's... I think she's... still has the amulet of Ghilan'nain, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She still have that little piece of alluvian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's gonna pull both of those out. With this little... I say little, with this dog next to her. But I think she's literally just going to be like, are all of you bad?
No response.
Yeah, she's just like
you can't
sitting there holding those
you
things.
You can't see Ghilan'nain in the alluvian currently.
Okay.
It seems... So
yeah.
Try again later.
Yeah, she'll put those in her pocket and then try to figure out what he meant that implied that Cullen would have to die if the veil went down. She'll just be thinking about that.
Could be that he knows Cullen will try to stop him, and he's going to stop Cullen first. Who knows? Could be number of things.
Yeah.
Could have been just to piss you off. Could be just to piss you off.
That's fair.
Yeah, she purposefully did not acknowledge the Felasan comment.
So, everyone's awake now. Bambi, where did Bambi go to sleep? I want to know.
I think Bambi went to sleep on a balcony at Dorian's, outside where he could like keep one eye where Mira was, because he is so like shaken. Like we talked about this last time. Like he's like, I'm just gonna make sure she's in my sight. But yeah, he probably like curled up, leaning against the balcony railings, and just wrapped his cloak around him and fell asleep.
I rolled for this. As you wake up and you look and see Mira, you just hear, sleeping on balconies, are you?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's not Zevran.
Yeah.
You turn your head and you see a familiar man with a very well-groomed short black beard, his hair swept back, wearing all purple. Just, I heard you had an interesting conversation with grandmother, my dear. Had some business in Virantium, couple of targets. Figured I'd come and say hello. Was supposed to actually kill. He gestures inside to Dorian. But Viago apparently has told me we're not doing that anymore.
Yes,
and
I was supposed to be one of the...
He hands you a crow cup coffee.
Grazie. And Narcisse takes it and has a sip. And he says... Been a while? How are you doing?
I can't complain. Killing some Venatori, killing some Magisters who are not Venatori. I heard you were, had a run-in with the Deriva that you enjoy talking to so much.
He had some things to say about you.
Valerius has a wild and active imagination.
Can I roll a check? An insight check?
Yeah.
I want to know.
You can try to insight Lucanus.
We want to know if they fuck.
Yes, correct. I want to know what love is.
So
that is a 25. Ew.
Well, with his... Because I have him... Well, he's just a rogue right now, so I guess I can't use his rogue warlock. Let's go to his rogue tab. You beat his 23, and he and Valerius have been having an on-again, off-again thing for a bit. Mostly because Lucanus keeps dumping Valerius, and Valerius keeps talking his way back into it. You don't know all that, but you can tell he's kind of lying about Valerius lying, and he just goes, anyway, what? I hear you're heading off to Kunari lands.
See.
Grandmother was not happy to hear that, but it seems even Katerina fears the wrath of the Inquisition.
Yes, she had things to say as well. I don't think we lied to each other, Lucanus.
Myrta, I'm bad at this.
Yes, you are.
Fine. I haven't seen you in so long, and Valerius, well, you have seen him, yes, he is quite handsome.
Not my type.
I guess he does bear quite a resemblance. That would be weird for you, I imagine.
Very weird, yes. I have daddy issues, but not that sort.
At least one of your parent figures is alive. He keeps drinking his coffee.
At least I didn't grow up with Katarina, I suppose. Small mercies.
She's not that bad most of the time, as long as you don't...
To you?
As long as you don't, fail. I'm sorry, that was beneath me. I can't...
trust me.
I can't stay for long, Narcisse. I just wanted to check on you. I know how grandmother can get, and I know how you can get.
Well, I'm not okay, but I will be.
He smells and goes, I gave your coffee with extra cream like you like.
Grazie, Lucanus. And I think Narcisse is gonna lean up and see if he can steal a kiss.
Oh, Lucanus kisses you back, and then he just pulls out and goes, things are a bit complicated back home.
Complicated back home? I thought they were bad enough here. What's going on?
4 Talons would have been assassinated in the last 2 weeks.
Zevran?
No, we have good authority that he is here in the winter.
What? No, couldn't be. What are you talking about?
He's gonna incite you. That's a natural 20 for a total of 25, so...
Let me...
You could beat that, technically.
29.
He just goes... Also, play it like the gun, he goes, I know, that would be the dumbest place for him to go. I mean, he knows that Katarina's here.
Obviously. No. Like, he's an idiot, but he's not that sort of idiot, right?
I say assassinated. They were... It was a lot of arrows.
Arrows?
And... black raven feathers, so... I have a request for you.
It seems that's all people have. What is it?
Keep an eye on your Inquisition friends. Our chief suspect is Sister Nightingale.
Oh.
Or her or her... The people who work the most for her, you know what I mean?
See, I know what you mean, but... I mean, I can try and keep an eye, but she's always a few steps ahead. She knew what I was as soon as I came into the Inquisition.
Well, is that because she's very good at what she does, or because you tend to overdo your disguises a little and act like
I do not overdo my disguises. Look.
You were able to fool one dwarf, and that dwarf apparently is not very good at seeing through things, from what we understand.
Actually, I'm very good at accents, thank you.
Accents don't mean anything.
Can we not fight, Lucanus? I'm tired of fighting. It's been one thing after another.
He is just gonna... Right. I am going to... I need to leave. I am going to Orlais for a little while. And then back to Tevinter as usual. I have one request. Valerius is taking over some of my responsibilities here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't.
Sorry.
You can cuss all you want. He just goes...
Oh, that was in character.
He goes... Just... Don't kill him. Unless you want Katarina to kill you.
Oh, I know. I am well aware of Katarina's threats regarding him. I'm trying my best not to let some of my friends kill him. But, I'll do my best. I have a request for you. Bambi takes out the letter from Ilario and hands it to Lucanus and says, I think, when you're headed to Orlais, have a read of this, maybe just have a think. Maybe, I don't know, beat up your cousin for a little bit. That would be fun. That would be nice.
He just shakes his head, puts his fingers like this. Narcisse. You have to give up on this lie that you and Elario slept together.
Read the letter. You know, I cannot forge handwriting to save my life. That is his handwriting. You know I'm bad at writing.
He reads it. This could also be Elario messing with you. You know Elario.
Uh-huh.
Fine, I will
And
talk.
why would
I will.
you mess with me about that, huh?
Because he's Elario.
Why?
I will talk to Elario when I return to Antiva, which you're likely to get back to Antiva before I am. But he has been officially moved permanently to Treviso, so have fun with that when you go home.
Great.
He's gonna steal a kiss on the cheek. He's like, oh, by the way, have fun with your new group. They seem very fun.
They surprisingly are. Okay.
The Grey
I'll see you soon. Eh?
Love
you.
Does your Grey Warden friend only like Kunari?
Oi! Excuse me. Excuse me.
No, not for.
Excuse me.
Not for.
Lucanus.
Not
Say
for
it
me.
back. Say it back.
Does your Grey Warden friend only?
No. I said I love you. Say it back.
He rolls his eyes with the biggest eye. Mierda. Love you too. And then he jumps off the roof and is gone. Also, they were not being very discreet. Mira, you just saw that whole thing. 2 crows on the roof.
If I can, I was trying. She does this thing where she's trying not to be observant because she realized about the first kiss that it was a thing she wasn't supposed to see. She's like, oh, oops, because she definitely probably was like, oh, never mind. So she saw the entire thing, but like out of the corner of her eye. She was trying very hard.
She's petting Barkspawn and being like,
yeah, she's purposefully like, oh yeah, nothing going on over there at all. Nope. Nothing happening.
I think Bambi's probably gonna jump down from the balcony after Lucanus to head towards Mira. It's like, yeah, nothing going on. What?
You know, I'm headcanon that he Naruto runs when he does that.
Oh my god.
Bambi
he does
was
the, like, Astarian run in Baldur's Gate when he's crouching.
Yeah.
That's the Naruto.
Yeah.
It's awful.
You jump down and all she says is, from the peripheral, he was hot.
From the front, from the back, every angle he's hot.
Wow. That's exciting.
He's also very short.
And that is...
So am
Who
I.
is that?
That's Lucanus.
Okay. I don't know why I asked, like, I know any
No.
names.
So the scary old lady at the ball, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's his grandmother.
Oh.
He's a good guy, for the most part. Well, he's an assassin.
Yeah, I was gonna... I just figured we were going, like, good guy for a guy who kills people for a job.
See.
We're...
Kind of like, your guy, huh?
I don't think my guy... Also not my guy. I don't think that he kills people for a living.
A soldier? You think a soldier doesn't kill people? Come on. A soldier is just an assassin without a contract.
But technically he is high-ranking enough that he probably just tells other people to kill people at this point.
Yeah.
So,
and how did he get to that rank, huh?
I assume, unfortunately, doing bad things to mages. Because he was a Templar. Yeah.
Lovely.
Anyway,
You
I
know-
won't judge that.
Yep. I won't judge if you won't judge.
Yeah, they do a little handshake.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna pan to Ulrich, waking up in his bed, restful sleep, so restful.
It's just go to sleep, wake right back up, fully rested. It's bliss. Don't have to worry about dreams or all that shit. It's great.
So you were sleeping in the guest room, and you see in the guest room the door opens, and Dorian walks in wearing only his robe. Ah, good morning! as he pours himself a pot of coffee, and because the coffee was in the guest room, and he just like, oh, don't mind me, I'll get out of your hair in a moment. His robe is very open in the chest region, totally on purpose.
Yeah, I figured.
Clean shaven. Because it's Dorian. The only hair on that man's body is on his head and on his face.
Yeah.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah,
Do
I see it.
y'all think Dorian Pavis is a top? Absolutely not.
I'd like to put forth that Dorian doesn't shave, he actually sugar waxes.
Fair. So then he just goes, and he's just sitting there pouring his coffee. Oh, sorry, I'll let you get ready for the day. Good morning. He goes, I'm excited for dinner tonight. And then he walks out, drinking his coffee, as he hands you coffee, and he assumes you drink it black, and you see that there's black coffee.
Thanks.
Oh, no problem, handsome. Winks, walks out the door. Dorian just, like, unapologetically being aggressive with his flirting is so in character.
Yeah. Yeah. He just chugs the coffee because that's the only thing he can do with the nervous energy at the moment.
Turn the nervous energy into fast nervous energy.
Oh, fuck. What did I get myself? Okay, nope. You're good, Ulrich. Alright.
What did I get myself into? Hopefully him. Anyway.
Christ. Oh, boy.
It's gonna be all over the second that Mira decides to cast, like, detect thoughts on any of you horny perverts. Sure, poor little mind. Just
wait till we get to Parvalin, and Ellie sees all of these hot Kunari walking around. So, Ulrich, you wake up, there's breakfast ready in Dorian's mansion for everyone. It's kind of like a little bar, you can just kind of take whatever you want. All the finest foods you could imagine Dorian has procured, probably magically.
Yeah, probably just gonna get dressed to get a start about his day, because he knows that there's still... He's trying to compartmentalize, basically. He's like, okay, that's a later Ulrich problem. But not problem, but that's a later Ulrich thing that he has to get through. Right now we have to do some prep stuff, so I gotta mentally...
That's a side quest.
Yeah, pretty much. So he knows that there's gonna be a lot that also needs to be done in preparation for the next mission, and probably still processing. He's like, oh shit, yeah, I got a promotion. Fuck, that's right. Damn. So still processing that. A lot going through this dwarven mind.
So much.
Not much, but a lot.
Everyone else, end of the world things going through their head, or end of their world things in Bambi's case. Meanwhile, Ulrich, man, more responsibility.
Yeah.
And a very handsome mage.
I think it's the responsibility part that getting is like, shit, I'm probably gonna have to lead people now. Fuck me.
So does everyone else go? Obviously, Amaris is not here because he is snuggling the divine. So
He will arrive fashionably late.
Actually, Amaris, you wake up to see that Asher is putting on his attire for the day, and he just goes, "Good morning."
Good morning. I'm taking several long moments just to admire him before Amaris will get up and assist him with the ridiculous layers of robes that he does have to put on. And he did not realize how heavy they actually were until now.
Now you understand why I have such strong quads.
Oh, I'm sure, among several reasons. Yeah, turn around.
He gives you a kiss, and he just goes, tonight, I'll meet you at the Pavis estate for something to discuss with you and Lord Dorian.
Hmm.
And Enjoy your day, my
Are
dear.
you...
Sorry, go
Before he
ahead.
goes, Amaris will just check with him. Did you sleep well last night? I didn't disturb you, did I?
Not at all. Did you sleep well?
Not at all. But some things cannot be helped. And Amaris is just going to give him a quick kiss. Be like, end of discussion, that's all, goodbye, dearest.
Enjoy your day. I will be at the chantry. Well, several. My grand clerics need to be reminded of their responsibilities, it seems.
Oh.
And
Then you have a busy day ahead of you.
And the Archon has assisted me with seeing to the estate of our new Magister.
Will you tell me all about that later this evening? I'm so curious what his state of occupants will be like.
They're giving him the Adrala estate. He's taking over that family name.
Is that a name that Amaris would know? Like, has that estate been unoccupied for a certain amount of time? Was there drama with succession?
Basically, it's been unoccupied since their entire family was slaughtered for creating the Litany of Adrala, which allows people to stop demons from possessing abomination or mortal vessels. When back in the day of Tevinter, they used to do that for fun to their slaves, and Adrala didn't like that, so her and her entire family were killed. So, kind of hilarious considering who is getting that.
Yes, I was wondering whose idea of a joke was that. It's quite macabre.
The Archon said it was the perfect name. I will see you later, darling. Enjoy your day. I will. I'll have extra guards considering there have so many crows in the air.
Amaris just gets a sour look on his face.
And Asher leaves, and I imagine you head back to the house.
Yes.
So, as Amaris walks in late, you guys are all kind of sitting there. Barkspawn has got his head leaning on Mira's leg.
I love that Cullen wasn't even there this morning and the dog found her.
Oh, he's there. He's just doing paperwork right now.
Fair.
He's being forced to do paperwork because, let's just say, off screen, he went up to Liliana and went, okay, so why did I have to come? And she handed him a stack of paperwork. Because of this.
Nice.
Trust these tits. So, you all are sitting there at the table, pretty much any food you want. It's a lot of meat, a lot of, like, fruit, some vegetables, but you can tell Dorian really likes fruit.
Mira's eating exclusively things that are not animals. So, fruit.
And on the opposite side, Narcisse is eating things that are exclusively animals.
Yeah.
And Ulrich is probably one of the few who's having a balanced breakfast. Jesus Christ.
A lifestyle choice, Dad. God.
Yeah. It's not a phase.
As a vegan, I get it.
I turn into animals.
I totally get it. I'm being a shit.
A druid not being a vegan is honestly kind of, or at least vegetarian is honestly kind of wild.
Vegetarian is, yeah. I'm like, excuse?
Unless they go full house and it's like, oh, you must value all of nature. To be fair, he also really likes being a bear, so he probably eats animals on the regular.
Eats animals a lot, yeah.
Meanwhile, there's Mira, who turns into a hala, so she's not a carnivore.
No. This girl's a herbivore.
Ellie, for some reason, you're having a hard time shaking that dream. Mostly the part where you see Thorn and Kuzlin on the ground. And just to add more imagery, Thorn's horns are ripped off in this imagery.
Oh, God.
Rude. Alright,
no.
I'm gonna ask this, Ulrich. Are all of you who had fucking nightmares making it kind of obvious, or are you guys trying to hide it?
I am a lesson in avoidance.
Narcisse hasn't stopped shaking since he got like almost eaten by an ogre, so he's kind of the same.
Shaking like a chihuahua in general, so that's
Yeah.
I should take that coffee cup off of you, actually, as I pass by.
No.
She's like,
I need it.
no.
Mira makes coffee for the first time, but it's definitely mostly cream and sugar. Like,
Would you
she
like
does
some
not
coffee
like
with
it,
some
and it's
milk?
bitter. No.
Narcisse
She's like,
practically
"That-"
keels over seeing that coffee.
She's like, ugh.
I think Ulrich's just eyeing those of you who are clearly did not have a great sleep. Of like, look, not saying anything, but he's just like giving you all a look.
Amaris didn't have access to his usual eye cream, so
You could.
he's
Ellie
going
looks
some
right
coffee
at them
with his...
bushy tails.
Oh god.
How'd you do that?
All right, so we have things to plan.
Right. I have a lot of money in my bag, I think.
You do.
That's right, baby.
I have no money. I am very poor and very small.
And then you got given more money from the Inquisition for our like actual funding of our thing. So Mira has very little, like, the Dalish will very rarely go into towns or trade with money, because money doesn't really matter as much to us. So she has no real concept of how much money it is, just that it's heavy. So she has 8,000 sovereign.
Jesus fucking Christ. And we were given 500 from the Inquisition.
Wow. They're really budget cutting us, huh?
Inflation hit them hard.
It really
They
did.
work for the Chantry now.
Yeah, I think, look, budget got a lot
People
better since we
tied.
started
You know what? Cassandra pays you in thoughts and prayers. Does that not sound like Cassandra?
I'm gonna go work for the crows, I think. Anyway.
I think I'm used to roughing it.
Well, see, that's why Valdra Sadar is there to actually pay people.
Yeah.
The
Mira definitely, like, just kind of puts that very heavy bag on the table and is like, I have 8,000. We have 8,000 sovereigns.
Maker's breath.
That's a lot.
Is that
a little low. What?
We could get more from the vaults.
I'm sorry. I don't really, I don't have this, a context, so, but,
Amaris is like, ugh, poor people.
I will stop and make a deposit. I'll cash out. Fine.
What do we need?
Well,
really depends how we're going into this, you know? Food, rations, grappling hook, nail scissors, nail pullers, toenail pullers, a rack.
Whoa! We are not there to torture people.
You never know. It's good to be prepared.
Okay. No. This is Inquisition stuff. This is not Antivan Crow stuff. We don't do that.
Okay, Lieutenant Commander.
Oh, fuck.
Lieutenant Commander. That's new.
Oh, that's right. Lieutenant Commander Ulrich.
We are
It's at
your service.
It's at that moment Cullen walks in and he puts his hand on his robe. Yes, Lieutenant Commander. And he puts a stack of paperwork and he goes, you can handle some of this for me. Don't worry, you'll be done in time for your date with Dorian.
Your what?
Do you want some help? I'm very good at paperwork.
I don't.
They always put me on paperwork in the Crows because I'm a liability.
That's Gabby laughing. It's not over.
I don't think you should be bragging about that, darling.
You know, I'm taking what I can get. Otherwise, I'm going to cry. It's been a long few days.
Are you okay? Okay, so we should make a list, maybe.
Yes.
See, and then we check it twice.
Did they mention transport? Are we taking the Illuvian? Or is it land travel?
So confused.
What was that, Amaris?
Yeah.
Did we discuss transport? Are we taking the Illuvian? Are we doing land travel? Was that discussed?
Cullen knows it. You will be traveling by boat because the Aeroshock, it's the only way he trusts.
Oh. That's fair. Can all of you swim?
And Dorian casts message on all of you at once and just, but if you guys want to use the Illuvian to go check on things, you're more than welcome to and come back. Over here, Ulrich, and you see Dorian waving.
Ulrich is not used to people whispering in his head like that.
I feel like
this is unfazed.
I feel like
I don't react at all.
I feel like Ellie would be just from Warden Mages messing with her.
Yeah.
Narcisse straight up is like on the table, like on a chair.
Oh,
Just, oh no, he's paranoid.
Did you see a mouse?
Maybe. What the fuck was that?
Imagine a crow
He's
being
okay,
afraid of a
Bambi.
mouse.
It's just a mouse, Bambi. Come on down. It can't hurt you. Just gonna nibble your toe a little. You'll find.
You might be into toe nibbling, but that is not my sort of thing.
Oh, maker's breath.
Oh no. Anyway, boat.
Boat. So we gotta plan accordingly.
Amaris did ask a good question. Can everybody swim?
No.
No.
What?
What?
Okay. Look, just because I lived in Denerim by a coast didn't mean that I learned how to swim. I don't swim, I just make maps. I don't swim in water to make them.
Yeah.
Plus, I wear a lot of heavy armor. Not exactly easy to swim in.
Ellie, you're getting flashbacks because Thorn can't swim. Yeah, it's canon. Can't swim. And then,
yeah,
but then Cullen just goes.
I may have grown up in Treviso, but like, look, now's the dirty. I'm not going in there.
Cullen just goes. It's the Inquisitor all over again. And he, as he puts his hand on Ulrich's shoulder, he goes, "Let's go to the office, Ulrich. You have a lot to do."
Make a list of provisions that we're going to need, any camping gear we're going to need, any other armor that you might need. He's saying this as he's being dressed.
Yeah.
We have to prepare for a lot of things. Okay, I'm going.
Cullen
that
leads.
went our only official Inquisition person.
He'll be back. He'll be back in a few moments, actually. Cullen pulls you through the door, closes it, and then he just goes, "Where should I take me ready to eat?"
Oh my god.
You know her better than me. I'm nervous. I haven't been on a
I've known her.
I
I've
haven't.
known her for a few days.
I haven't been on a date since I lived in Verelden. Help me out here.
I am aware of this. Anyone in the Inquisition was very well aware of this. You don't exactly make it easy to hide that fact.
I
Respectfully,
feel like Dorian told everyone.
Ulrich immediately remembers who he's talking to. He's like, respectfully, Commander.
He puts the rest of the paperwork on top of your stack and goes, "Help me or you'll do all of it."
All right, okay. Okay. She enjoys nature, of course. If you know anything here that is maybe in a nice gardens area she probably hasn't seen, she probably love that shit.
Right. You don't have to do any paperwork. I just make up a lie why I brought you in here, though. Cullen says to the only person worse at lying than him.
I was about to say I'm not terrible, but I have a -1 in deception that says otherwise.
Yeah.
I feel like
Maybe you think you're not.
I feel like Cullen and Ulrich are the same thing, just different shapes.
Same person, different font.
Oh no. Ulrich is bold and lowercase, and Cullen is all caps.
All caps and italics.
Are you drinking a carton of orange juice, like, from the carton?
What is that?
Oh no, it's iced coffee. Well, it's a caramel macchiato.
It's still out of a carton.
It's still from the carton.
Yes, it is. I intend to finish this by the end of the game. It is 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, right, you live in Scotland.
That was a choice.
It's a running joke with me and a bunch of my friends. We just yell Scotland as loud as we can sometimes.
Oh. I love Scotland.
Orca was like, okay, I will stay in a different place for some time to kind of pass it off that I've done something. If that will help. And plus, you look like you're about to have a nervous breakdown or something asking a girl out. So, you know, there's that.
Well, I already asked her out. It's the actual date part that's the problem.
Gotcha.
Should I bring my dog?
That thing has been clinging onto her since the moment she met it. I don't think you can get him away from her. I don't think you have a choice in that matter.
What? At least he's not following Sarah around anymore. Make his breath.
Sarah.
That was war flashbacks to the pranks.
I can guarantee, I think that it's safe to say that Oric has definitely been the victim of Sarah's pranks on numerous occasions. I think it's very safe to assume that.
I believe that.
So I think it's safe to assume that he has a reason to be a little like, Sarah. Also, gardens. Good open space. Great place for Barkspawn to run around, her to play with, get to know her, and you get to know her that way. She gets to know you. It's casual.
I need to put on other clothes, but I'm most comfortable when I'm impervious to most forms of physical harm.
Physical harm, yeah, not so much the mental and emotional. No armor can really do that. Trust me.
And that is what Mira specializes in.
There you go. Exactly.
You planning on harming Cullen? He was right.
The girl's like one more significant moment from a mental breakdown, so who knows?
He looks at you and goes, right. Stay in here for a little while. Pretend you did something. He just goes,
I did do something. I helped you not break down from planning a date.
right. And if you ever speak a word of this to anyone, I would say they won't believe you, but they will. So please don't. You know what? You speak a word of this to anyone, I'll promote you again.
Wouldn't that put me at the same rank as you?
I'll make up an in-between. But make it all paperwork. But no map making.
I hate you.
Lieutenant Commander Archivist.
Lieutenant Captain Commander. Lieutenant just Capmander. Captain Commander. He says, right. Oh, yeah. He walks out and he just goes, he'll be busy for a while. Barkspawn like looks up at Mira and goes, but then follows Cullen. He still follows his dad, but he like went, aww. He's like, we'll see her later. Mira, do you mind if Barkspawn accompanies us later?
Where else would he go?
Good. And he pets him and just keeps walking.
Ulrich at the back of his head. Or no, Cullen in the back of his head. Told you.
Also, Ellie, Einar may be gone, but Leliana is still in town if you want to go talk to her.
Nice.
Or you could try to go through the Alluvian and try to make your way back to Weissupt if you want, just to talk to people. But that would be involved, but it's possible.
That is high actually on her list of things to do. So she has a few people she wants to talk to if it's possible, if it's easy to get to them, because she has a few questions. Because she has her own little warden task that she's working on, and probably wants to try to spend some time in a library, which is weird for her. It's not her usual, but she doesn't know what else. She doesn't know what else to do.
All right. So we're gonna do the planning on what to buy stuff kind of off screen so that we don't before you guys actually leave for Saharon, you will have your equipment and you will spend your money. We can still roleplay y'all going around town and stuff, but I know Bambi had a few people in the party he wanted to talk to, and one of them is occupied, so he has to start with the other. But before that, we're going to take our break, folks, and when we come back, more roleplay, because if there's combat this session, it's probably because Bambi stabbed somebody he shouldn't have.
You can't deny it.
No.
He's just a guy.
I like that Cass didn't even try to unmute for the first part. It was just like, I have no defense.
Yeah.
He stabs to be friends.
What's a little stabbing between buddies?
Exactly. That's how he shows his love.
Anyway. The benefits.
Nice in the gut.
Anyway, folks, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So, Ulrich comes out of the office after finishing paperwork, and by that, handing it to another lower in the ranks person to do. That was...
No. Yeah.
And then he comes out to see that they have made their list, which we're not going to go over that, except for Bambi's list. Bambi has his own list that everyone else is going,
It's a pair of anguish, tongue terror, thumb screws, the hook, the normal things.
What did I just say about the...
I have the real list.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're just letting him have a little fun.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is the list for recreational purposes.
that you're going to do with your no money.
I have 15 sovereigns.
I think Mira could probably be guilted into giving some of the money back, but she'll probably get something off of his list, not knowing what any of it does.
We'll have to go to Dogtown for that.
Yeah.
So,
She doesn't know any better.
this is where the party is all going to go do their separate things that they need to get done. But first, I know a couple of you wanted to talk to each other, so we're going to start. Bambi, who you pick to talk to first? I know you had like
Daddy
4
Ulrich.
Oh, Tez. Daddy.
Not the Daddy Ulrich, god damn it.
We all, like,
Proceed.
unironically call him that in private.
Yes.
The chat, Ulrich has been deemed their father, and then I actually think it was Parker's first one was like Daddy Ulrich.
I completely forgot about
The chat is where I get to be freaky.
Between you and Dia, the chat is not safe. Cass is the one who's like the in-person, like,
Who
haha.
let the mages in the chat?
Cass, it's like on screen, it's Cass and Maple being like, haha! And then in the chat, they're more quiet, and then Dia and Parker are just like, hee hee, unhinged, horny chat.
And I get to witness it all.
No, you're the meme lord.
I am.
Maybe I'll do an episode that's just compilation of all the memes that Gabby has made.
Anyways.
Cass.
Yes.
Bambi.
Narcisse? Yes. Narcisse goes to Ulrich and says, "Are you free?" Not in like a spiritual sense, like a available sense. Wait, no, not an available sense. Talking.
Are you talking about my time right now? Am
Yes.
I available right now for... Sure.
Great. Come with me.
Oh.
Bambi has like a hand on his back. Like he's trying to act like so much more confident than he has been the past few days. It's not working. And he's like, "So, Ulrich, I've been thinking about things, and over the past few days, I've come to see you as somewhat of a father figure. Not a very like close one, more of a like distant father who maybe left to get some milk and came back, and we're kind of reconnecting. But I was wondering if we could have a heart-to-heart, after I, betrayed you a little bit."
Would this happen to have anything to do with what happened last night? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Don't stop bullshitting me.
Last night was unprofessional of me, It won't happen again.
Why? That was the most human I'd ever seen you.
Exactly, that's the problem, eh?
Why is that a problem? Why is being a person a problem?
Because that is not what an uneven crow is.
I've seen Zevran, granted briefly, but he seemed to have something of a humanity.
See, and that's why every uneven crow has orders to kill him on sight. Can I ask you, hypothetically, if you had a, completely hypothetical, if you had a father figure who was the reason that you were actually still alive, but you were part of an organization that wanted to kill that father figure and ordered you to do it, otherwise you die, and you don't want to kill the father figure, but also the organization has your boyfriend, what would you do? Hypothetically.
That was so much to throw at you for a hypothetical.
I like philosophical questions.
Uh-huh.
It's like a trolley problem, eh?
It's a trolley. It's like a carriage problem. Okay. Well, partly asking the wrong man here, because thinking games were never my strong suit, but hypothetically, I don't know. I think there'd have to be a lot of factors involved that would depend on my choice. How long would I hypothetically have to complete this task?
Hypothetically, until a separate mission for a different organization was completed.
So, unknown amount of time.
Yes, see. And hypothetically, you could delay it by maybe getting off track and torturing some people, as a distraction. Fun.
Look, kid. I'm not gonna have all the answers. I'm just one dwarf, okay? But, kid, it's sounding like these people are making you fucking miserable.
Hypothetically, they're all I have, huh?
They don't have to be.
What else would I have, huh? The people that I've already betrayed?
I mean, hell, if the Inquisition was already aware of your infiltration once, they could probably provide you protection. Inquisition has a lot of resources to assist with that. You don't have to feel stuck. But it looks like.
And what about my hypothetical romance partner?
I'm sorry, the way you said that just made me think of Dimension 20. It is me, Baron, your romance partner.
Romance partner.
That is the second time you have said something unkind about your romance partner.
This partner. What's his views on this hypothetical organization?
He is hypothetically in line to be the hypothetical. We could call it maybe like the first claw of a organization. A little rar.
Yeah, your disguises are so good. Continue.
You're the best at disguises. How is a crow so bad at lying?
He's not a good crier.
Oh.
Liliana repurposes him to be an Inquisition soldier because he's just so bad at being a spy.
Kid, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes you gotta think of yourself. And if that means survival for yourself, then you gotta survive for yourself. You can't always... He pauses like he's trying to think of like how best to phrase what it is he wants to say. There will be times where you have to be selfish and you need to put yourself first and your safety first. You seem
So I should kill my dad? Hypothetically?
It's not the direction I was going with that at all. I was going this, you just all the way, no, okay. I mean, if these people are making you so goddamn miserable, which I can tell they are, from what I saw the other night, why stay with them? Don't give me the shit of, they're the only people I know. I don't have any other options. You have options, kid. Everybody has an option. The only reason they don't think they do is because they're so trapped in their own heads. If I gotta knock you upside the head in order to open up the hell hatch or something like that, I can.
You can certainly try. I am very dexterous.
Don't tempt me.
Go for it. No, go for it.
I am not going to hit you right now. Your figure of speeches are going right over your head. Okay.
Lost in translation, eh?
Apparently, Maker's Breath. Kid, I'm just telling you how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing that you're not happy. I am seeing that you don't seem to be having a great time with these people, and I don't know. I'm still also trying to get to know you better. It's kind of the other thing here. But what I'm seeing is I'm kind of seeing a very unhappy kid who's trying to pass himself. He's trying to convince everybody and himself that he's fine. And you're not. I'm not good at bullshitting, but I'm pretty good at reading through it.
I know. You lot found me remarkably quickly. Usually I'm better at this, I swear.
To be fair to you, you did have me fooled for a few weeks. It feels like I was probably the last person in the Inquisition who probably fucking knew.
If it makes you feel better, I enjoyed that time. It was good to pretend to be that person.
You don't have to pretend. You could be that person.
Maybe. Anyway, are you going to fuck Dorian?
Fucking hell. I'm not he's walking away. He's like, I'm not having this isn't, he's walking away as he's going,
No, Ulrich, it's perfectly natural, you know?
Shut up!
He's tall and
I'm not having this conversation with
hairless.
you.
He's not tall. He's like 5'7".
He's tall and
to me.
He's tall to me.
I'm not having this conversation with you.
Okay, but will you tell me how the date goes? Will you tell me how the date goes?
I will.
For my own mental health. For my mental health, I'm a very sad, very poor, small man.
And a nosy little shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say, Amaris, you hear the end of the conversation because Ulrich walks out the door going, "No, I'm not." And so, Amaris, you hear all that. Dorian's not here, thankfully, so he doesn't. Dorian went out on errands. He'll come back when it's date time. So, we'll come back to you, baby, because I know you want to talk to Amaris before Amaris goes and does Amaris things. Ellie, is there anyone you want to talk to right now? Or do you want to wait?
Is Liliana available to talk to?
She's not here, but you could definitely go looking for her. There was an entirely different place that the Grey Wardens were staying at. She was staying with them, not the Inquisition. But you'd be welcome in. You are a warden.
Ellie's? Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know where Ellie slept last night.
You slept with Dorian's, but you can make your way over to like where the Grey Warden estate, quote unquote, is. It's a place that the Magisters throw the Grey Wardens whenever they show up, and it looks pretty vacant. And as you walk in the door, you see scattered papers everywhere, and like looks like things were cleared out in a hurry. And there's a note with an arrow in a wall.
All right. Well, she's gonna go pick her way through the mess on the floor to get to the note and give it a read.
The note is for you, and it says, it's basically just the gist of it is, I am sorry I had to leave quicker than expected. People are after me. Make sure you keep Sten safe. Sorry, the air shock. I'll be in touch. Nightingale. And there is and this is when you notice that there is a dead Antivan crow in the corner. Arrows pinning him to the wall.
But he's definitely dead, right?
He has an arrow through each eye and 2 in his neck, pinning him to the wall. Liliana's still a very good shot, it seems.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah, just a little.
Seems the plot does
Okay,
thicken.
at least the plot thickens. Ellie's gonna take the note. She's just gonna rip it off, and she's gonna fold it up and tuck it in one of her pouches. And then she's gonna go inspect the crow. Is this because actually I don't know if she saw any. No, because she was getting drunk with the Iron Bull, so she didn't see any of the crows.
No, this is a man with short brown hair. Just looks like the most normal looking human guy you've ever seen. Just a normal looking human guy.
Okay. Well, this ain't a good sign.
And you say that out loud, and you hear, "No, it is not." As you turn and your shoulder bumps into the belly button of the Aeroshock. There are like 8 Antom behind him.
Oh, Miss Altic, how are you so quiet for being so big?
Parshera. And he just walks past you and just pulls the corpse off the wall through the arrows, looks at him, tosses him to the Antom, says something in Kunlat that you do not understand at all because it's not one of the words Thorn knows. And he just looks down. You are Einar's friend.
Yes, that's right. I'm one of his wardens.
Did you see anything?
Just a note from Liliana, but that's it.
He holds his hand open for it.
She hands it over and says, I want it back.
He looks at it, reads it over. Looks over at one of his Antom and pulls off the symbol of the Antivan Crows on the guy and says a lot of stuff in Kunlat. You make out a little of like, if seen near, and says some names. Vinet Kathas. Basically saying, if you see this symbol near anyone that I deem important, kill them. And the Antom all scatter. And you realize, as you look outside, there was like 20 more outside the house. But they are gone in an instant. Your name? was Ellie.
That's right.
Einar spoke well of you. He said you like to talk a lot. You two share that in common, it seems. Which, Einar doesn't really talk a lot, so... It just means from Sten's perspective, someone who barely talks a lot.
I think the relativity of how much we talk might be a little different, sir.
He puts a cookie in your...
Wrong.
As you were talking, he puts a cookie in your mouth to get you to stop talking.
Oh.
If you need anything...
Okay.
If you need anything, head down to our boat. I will help you and your friends if need be. And you will all be there tomorrow morning at dawn. Or I will leave without you. And the Qun will deal with this threat alone.
We'll be there. Don't worry.
And he looks down at
really good.
It is called chocolate chips. I ordered their importation when I became Arashok.
I think that was the right thing to do, sir.
He just, doesn't say anything, just walks past out the door.
Yep.
It's a good thing Bambi doesn't work.
Ah.
He does not respond, and a thought occurs. It's probably a good thing Bambi doesn't, have his crow gear, exposed.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he does.
Oh, he does now. Yeah, Ellie, you might want to.
He's wearing it.
You might want to rush back.
Yeah. Did Sten give me my letter back?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, she's gonna tuck it back in her pocket. She's gonna take one little look around the room if there's anything else that she thinks is of interest that she should grab.
Nothing but some broken glass, but you don't see a mirror anywhere, so it's a little confusing why there's broken glass on the floor.
There's no windows or...
No broken windows. It looks like mirror.
No
it looks like pieces of a mirror. Give me a insight check if Ellie would figure this out. Or just an intelligence check, actually.
Oh, intelligence check?
Yeah, just give me an intelligence check.
Oh. I would have done better with the other one. Is it 13?
Just some glass on the floor. You have no idea what it means.
Weird. All right. She is going to hurry herself back.
Okay. And
because those Antom moved really quick for big-ass Kunari.
And as you're walking, there are Antom, all over the place. And the people of Minrathous are looking very concerned because they are shouting in Kunlat. And, stopping people to look at their brooches, aggressively. So, probably want to tell Dorian, too, what's going on.
Yeah.
So, we're going to get to Mira and Cullen's date in a moment, but first, we're gonna let Bambi and Amaris talk before Ellie walks in and goes, I imagine Ellie's sprinting right now. So,
teeny tiny elven legs moving very fast.
Bambi, how do you approach Amaris? So, Amaris, you just see Ulrich walk out. No, I'm not. And then, who goes to talk to who?
Amaris would have taken the moment while everyone had sort of dispersed to be penning a letter to be sent back to his house, which reads as follows, knowing that they're currently making preparations underway. It's signed to be sent to his mother and reads as follows. Dearest mother, with my deepest regret and by will of the Archon, I must depart once more from Minrathous. Post-haste, after preparations are made. Our house remains in mourning, however, we must not forget our social obligations. Please note, this upcoming Friday, our family has been invited to attend Magister Remilius' daughter's wedding. While you are there, please make special effort to be kind to the groom. He is the only son of House Ciceron, and will likely inherit his mother's magisterium seat within the following year. for she is ill with consumption. I recall you were fond of her salons in the past. On Sunday, there will be a midday mass at the Argent Spire, overseen by the Divine, who has extended personal condolences for our loss. If you are able to afterwards, please give my love to the memorial lights for Father and Lucretius along the Wall of Light. Magister Vasilia's name day soiree is next Tuesday. Please give her my sincerest apologies for my absence. Our gift can be found in my chambers within the third wardrobe, wrapped in pearl foil. I've heard that she carries favor of a certain legatus, who in turn holds the ear of the Imperator. It will be of great benefit to ensure we remain on friendly terms. Your most loving son, Amaris. P.S. Dura will be taking a leave of absence from our service for the foreseeable future. Our kitchens will miss him dearly, but I've been informed his father had sustained an injury whilst working at the docks, and Dura will be tending to him. I've taken the liberty of supplying him with additional potions as well as his due payment. P.P.S. For matters of the Magisterium, I will be giving Magister Parvis my vote in lieu while I am absent.
As you're penning that letter to your mother, Bambi.
Bambi looks over Amaris' shoulder and says, "You don't think PPS is too much?"
No.
Usually we stick to, name, where to find them, how much money.
See, if this was a contract, perhaps, but this would be a list of errands, I suppose, or the equivalent thereof.
Politics?
Politics. We are in Minrathous, after all, and these are unusual times.
Politics is just a contract for the hearts and minds of people. Everything is a contract, really.
Everything is an exchange, but contracts hold more honor.
That's certainly one way to look at it. Contracts certainly hold more gold.
Depends on
Can
the
I have some
person, I
money?
suppose. Oh yes, you did say you were poor.
See.
Is this to purchase your little list of contraptions?
That depends. Will that get me the money or not?
Either way. Do you know where to source these items?
I meant even Crow. I know where to source most things of that nature.
Amaris is going to walk you up to his designated guest room within Dorian's mansion, which he would have stayed in several times in the past, and will open up almost like a miniature safe. It's almost not even hidden compared to vaults most magisters would have, which is very clearly dwarven made. Oh, look, show it off where everyone can pass by it so they know how much wealth this mansion has. No, none of that. This is simply a little treasure box. He will take out 10,000 sovereigns and hand it to you.
Ah, grazie. How are you doing, by the way? With the dead fiancé. Sorrow's prayers.
There has been little time to dwell on matters such as that. It is infuriating. However, knowing the way of this passing.
You can't kill Valerius.
And why would that be?
Because if you kill him, they'll kill me. And I quite like living.
And why would they do that?
Valerius and I have a history in the Antivan Crows, and he is the golden boy behind, Lucanus and Ilario. But, especially of Halteriva. Ugh. He's,
Certain golden boy. Sorry, go.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Some golden boys are simply plated and will tarnish all the same. You're not convincing me.
You need to let time take its toll for anything to tarnish, huh?
So you're telling me we know the exact one who is behind the murder of my father and my best friend, and yet I must wait to let vengeance have its due course.
Mm.
For your sake.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Why?
Why?
Why? Why is it they're putting so much on you?
Every house needs a black sheep. Every group needs a weak link. Everyone needs a scapegoat. And every Katarina needs a Narcisse to remind everyone else what they could become if they fall out of favor.
So, specifically, what were her instructions for you that we cannot kill him? So, specifically, he cannot die, but he might still wish to be dead for whatever reason.
That if not Narcisse, I'm Narcisse. If Valerius, if Valerius ends up dead, then they will kill me. So it's not so much a matter of a loophole of, oh, well, I didn't kill him, you know?
Oh no, not that. There are simply things worse than death. You were
There
there when
are.
we met Felasan.
Yes. What a shame. Sorrows, prayers, you know, all that. Anyway. Amaris, I just need you to give me some time. And if you do, when it's time, I'll come with you. I'll kill all the not important people around Valerius, and then you can have your vengeance as long as you want.
Will you swear it?
Sure.
I'm not asking this of you as a crow, Narcisse. I'm asking this of you as a person.
As a friend?
I suppose.
Hmm.
We have so few of those left now.
You know, I consider you a friend, Amaris, because it's much easier to be friends with someone you know wants to kill you, as opposed to always wondering.
He is going to extend his hand to sort of reach for your own as almost like a shake of agreement and understanding.
Narcisse takes the hand.
His
and
grip
shakes.
tightens on you when you shake. Because you've mentioned you've been trembling like a leaf since a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Things forward, Inyas. Are you well enough to handle things the way they need to be done? And there's genuine concern in his eyes for a moment.
I suppose we'll find out. And if I'm not, take me to the seaside, eh? I've always wanted to go. I was always a bit too afraid to dip in the water.
Yes, I was going to say, you're not going to wander into the waves and let them crash over you with the intent to sink if I do so, are you?
Oh god, no.
You would
I
not
fully
be the
expect you to
first.
float me out in a boat and set it on fire. Come on. I have class.
We can manage that.
Excellent. Did you care about your fiancé? Not care, love, I suppose. You know, you have so many emotions and entanglements. I'm sure you care about a lot of people.
As much as anyone can love, for a love that is not that all-consuming, burning passion one would think in those Antivan stories, I suppose.
That is not love, that is lust, and it is bullshit, let me tell you that.
Luke was the best of us. I knew every single wrinkle in that beautiful brain of his for we've known each other for several years now, and he was always so tolerant. I would be considered a woman when we first met, and even after I changed for the better, he still stayed with me. I think he was the first to know. No judgment passed, no break in our agreement between houses. I like to think he would have resisted when they attempted to place this enchantment upon him. I did love him in my own way, but as much as one could love a friend and a true lover. Love is cheap. Into winter, it means nothing. Those who can share it, I suppose, in a way, are fortunate and rare. Just another transaction. For wealth, for privilege, for loyalty.
Love is cheap everywhere. People just prefer to believe in the storybooks. Like Hard in Hightown, have you read that shit? Jesus Christ. Or Andraste's tits.
I've heard a few chapters. Speaking of,
I'll bring a copy for the boat trip. I'll do you a little
ahead.
reading.
Do the voices.
Oh, I'm very good at the voices. You know that, Amaris.
Speaking of love, though, I believe our friends have some entanglements today.
They do. I'm very interested to see how they turn out. I plan to have a distant watch of one of them.
I might be inclined to assist you with that. There are certain shortcuts Luke and I would adore to abuse just to slip out of the way, yet keep an eye from a safe distance.
Excellent.
Certain voices travel. Also, I have informed Dorian via message that dearest Ulrich cannot swim and perhaps might benefit to a trip to the coast or a date at some points, just to rectify that for his own benefit, of course, and strictly not to see Dorian without half his robes on, but within an appropriate setting.
Of course, and then the second date, Dorian can take him up to the highest tower so that, Ulrich has to cling to him.
He'll love this, I'm sure.
Oh, of course. Oh, we are gossipy little bitches.
Well, yes, have you known us?
See. And you know what? I wouldn't change it. I'm quite excited to see what happens next.
I suppose we'll find out.
Perhaps we can all write a book together.
I can't quite foretell whether that will be a very short book or a very lengthy saga. Perhaps we should hope for the latter. Something about history told by the victors.
It's at this moment that Ellie busts the door down, open, panting. And Ellie, how do you say it?
Bambi, take off your shit.
I am very flattered, but you're not my type.
No, I mean take off your crow shit. Right now.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Take off your crow shit right now.
Okay, I mean, I guess. Bambi begins to take off the crow armor. There is nothing underneath.
Oh, you're naked. Okay, that's fine too. All right. No, I'm. Oh, sorry. I was just at the warden compound here, and Stan came up behind me and someone tried to kill Liliana and it was a crow and he was on the wall and the thing got mad about it and he's going to kill any crow he sees and he's looking for anybody with brooches on or shit like that. So don't wear a crow shit or he's going to kill you.
Wait,
Hi,
no,
Mars, how you doing?
Wait, slow down. Wait. Kill the crow here?
I think Liliana killed a crow here because I think they tried to kill her, so she killed him first.
With arrows?
Well, I mean, that's what she does, yeah. He had lots of arrows in him.
Yeah. Great.
I didn't recognize him. He just looked like a normal little dude.
Around? Sorry?
I just said he looked like a normal guy.
Well,
Mars is gonna take up a throw blanket and just toss it at Narcissus to cover him up.
I was gonna say, Mira definitely, like, casually is walking into the room being like, why are you naked?
I was told to take off my clothes. What can I say?
What?
If he's not naked, you're gonna get killed. Because someone gonna kill him. If the Antom see him wearing his crow stuff, they're gonna kill him. So he gotta be naked right now.
What did you do?
Oh,
I didn't do anything.
It's what one of his countrymen did.
Why are there so many of you flying about?
One of his countrymen.
No, because it's not even them. I was talking to Lucanus this morning. Mira, you saw him. He's very hot. Anyway, he said that 4 crows had been killed back home as well. It's with the arrows. So it's not just self-defense from Liliana today.
Do they keep sending crows after her? I mean, she's the spy master of the Inquisition. Why they think that any old crow can kill her?
No idea. I didn't get sent after her, but I'm a liability.
I mean, I'm sure you're perfectly good at killing people, honey.
Oh, thank you. I am.
You're welcome.
You should find other armor then.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to buy him some more armor. One that makes the air shock not kill him. They're running all over the city looking at anybody who might have crow stuff on and going at and yelling at them and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I also need to find Dorian.
Dorian probably said, "Who's doing what now in my city?"
They're trying to kill
mad.
Your Canary friends.
Amaris, can you tell the Divine and I'll tell the Archon?
Do you have any clothes, Dorian?
What?
I'm naked.
I'm naked. He prestidigitates clothes on you.
Oh, thank you.
With a little flair, he puts an Inquisition brooch on it as a little bit of flair.
Love that.
That's really smart.
You should get clothes.
I should get clothes. Bambi is like from the pile of his armor on the floor. He is gonna take the crow pin now and put it in his pocket.
Okay.
Yeah,
and he's gonna stow the rest away in the bag.
But anyway.
Hey?
But Mira walked in going, why are you naked?
Yeah. I was asking how I looked, because I look cute, because I'm wearing clothes.
You always look cute.
Yeah.
You look lovely.
Thanks.
Yeah, Mira, why you look so cute?
Ah, Bella.
I'm going out.
On a date?
I am here with a person. Yes.
With a blonde person who is very tall and masculine and very strong.
Who happens to own a rather large Mabari. I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, yep. So I was leaving, but just I was.
Well, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and definitely don't do anything I would do.
That leaves me a very small window.
It leaves you a surprisingly large.
Okay. I'll do my best.
You look beautiful. Have a lovely date. We're definitely not going to follow you.
Huh?
Huh?
Okay. You're being weird. All right.
So Dorian, hearing that, actually goes, "Oh, speaking of which, Narcisse, I actually need your help to investigate what's going on with all these crows."
Oh, that's such a shame. I was actually going to go and get some torture devices, so I will help you with that later.
Amaris, do you mind accompanying him when you're done with your duties? You can accompany Amaris, make sure he's fine. Dorian is sitting there like, I've had to deal with that man be sexless for over 10 years. Or like, not 10 years, like 3 years at this point. He's like, do not get in the way.
Of course not. Yes, do accompany me. I don't have any assigned bodyguards at this moment.
Yes, come on. Let's go on a completely normal walk, not going down any secret alleyways.
No, of course not.
Okay.
Oh, and then he's going to lean
do you want
towards...
to come with us?
Sorry,
I just going to lean
what?
to... Do you want to come with us?
to come with us?
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's go watch them.
Mira's so observant, but not paying attention.
It's at that moment that
Mars is going to
there's,
lean closer towards you guys.
There's
and
a-
just say, do you want to see the catacombs?
there's a knock at the door, and Cullen is there wearing like a nice black kind of like very nice like suit with a he's foregone his usual fur to just wear a like red sash over his shoulder instead, like kind of like a half cape.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice but kind of Victorian suit a little bit, just without any fur, because he realized, oh right, problem. But and Barkspawn is also sitting there wagging his little tail, and Cullen put a bow tie on him.
Oh,
Commander Cullen. What a pleasant surprise. So surprising!
Magister, Marilyn, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he just holds out his hand.
Where do you intend to take Mira, and what time do you intend to bring her back?
Cullen just kind of looks at you, goes, "We're going for a walk and dinner, and then whenever she wants to come back. This evening, most likely."
Yeah. Do we have plans?
Mira is very confused. Mira thinks that she's forgotten something. That something is happening, and she forgot, and she's like, oh no.
No,
Do I need to be home?
No, just making sure you're safe. But I'm sure the commander will keep you as safe as anyone.
Okay.
Yes, right.
You enjoy. Good answer, Commander.
He just
Have
kind
a
of
lovely evening.
He just kind of cocks his head and go, "Dorian, do you know about the Antam?" "Yes!" "Right." And he just holds his hand out for Mira.
Sure, she'll take it.
Leads her out, and they go off on their little walk. We're gonna do the shopping part like off screen, but he teaches her how much money is worth what, because she tries to pay for a simple potion with like 15 sovereigns, and he's like, oh, he said 15.
No,
he meant silver.
Oh yeah, she very quickly will be like, I am very not used to having money, and I have a lot of it.
Did the Inquisitor pay you that much?
Oh no, I got this for being an accessory to murder, I think.
I shouldn't be surprised. I am a little, but
I was just there to heal people, but I think technically I was helping, so it was a crow contract.
There's a lot going on in your little group, isn't there?
Yeah. I just make sure nobody dies.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, it reminds me of the time that the Inquisitor just kind of jumped off the top balcony and landed on Solus's table.
Oh.
Like a 40-foot drop, and he just stood up and walked away. But then later, he came to my office and was like, And he does to impersonate Adar. Colin, I broke my legs. I'm like, how are you walking? And he goes on about the story about how the Inquisitor thought it was a smaller drop than it was. Broke his leg, and he's like, and I still, at the time, had a little bit of my healing magic, so I helped him out, but...
Yeah.
Do your friends do dumb things like that, too? The Inquisitor does a lot of dumb things.
I don't know if I should call anybody dumb.
They're not dumb. The things they do are just maybe not the right thing to do in the moment, and it results in them getting hurt.
Right. Yes and no. I mean, most of the things that I've seen have been in battle, right? Like, Bambi almost died once, but that wasn't really his fault. He was just standing too close twice.
The ogre thing. Right, Ulrich told me about that.
Yeah, I tried. Honestly, it was nice of the Inquisitor to kind of obviously give me a choice on going on this mission. But I'm fairly certain they die. So...
Probably. I don't know the Aeroshok very well, but from everything I understand, he's kind of a throw soldiers at the problem kind of guy.
Yeah.
And, I mean, to be fair, he's friends with the hero Ferelden, so I know for a fact that's what he's like. But,
yeah.
And where... You said you're originally from Orlais, correct? Or from...
Me?
Well, your Dalish clan was in Orlais during when I was at Skyhold, you said, right?
We were in the the Inquisitor helped our clan a couple of times. We stopped kind of moving around when everything got a little weird.
When the sky opened and demons started falling out?
Right. It's a little hard to justify continuing moving to possibly unsafe places. So we stayed.
I got to meet your keeper a couple of times, and he seemed a good man.
He is.
Very straightforward and to the point, but a good man.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Yeah, there's not really any beating around the bush.
He would hate Vivienne.
Oh?
Member of the Inquisition, she's now Grand Enchanter of the Circle of Magi. She does nothing but beat around the bush.
That's... Yeah. I think that I have... A couple of us do that, too.
Sometimes it's hard to say what you mean without sounding...
I usually just say what I'm thinking.
Sometimes
I guess that could get me in trouble, too.
It could, but probably helps that you're so pretty people don't realize what you're saying is... You do look fantastic, by the way.
Thank you. That's very nice. I am, not used to this, so that's very sweet.
If it makes you feel better, I am also not used to this. It's been a long time since, well, to be fair, it's been never. I spent my whole life in circles and with the Inquisition and fighting. Not a lot of time for romance. The Inquisitor flirted with me once, and that was a little weird. I had to tell him I wasn't into men, and then he immediately walked over to Cassandra. Didn't even end the conversation, just walked away.
Yeah. Maybe he was embarrassed.
It's hard to tell with him.
I don't know. But, okay. Well, that's fine. It has actually been never for me. Clans are interesting. I mean, you kind of just stay with the same people forever and see some people every once in a while, and sometimes there's trades and sometimes people leave, and but yeah, no.
He has this look on his face, like realizing that, oh, that's also living in the circle. Like his brain's just like, huh.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do need everyone to give me stealth checks, by the way.
Oh.
I'm letting Mira have her own business. Those three can be nosy bitches all they want. I'm just chilling. Well,
Ulrich's just gonna ask later.
Yeah, like,
Ulrich's. Well, Ulrich's getting ready for his date with Dorian, probably.
Sure, but my point still stands.
I know. What's Mira's passive perception?
Mira's passive is 17.
Cullen's is... So, the only person he doesn't notice is Amaris. Or not Amaris, is Bambi. Because his passive perception is 22.
Wow!
Jesus!
Oh,
high levels.
Paladin Aura also.
Yeah, that's good.
And he just sees just... But then he recognizes and he thinks about it, doesn't say anything, because he's just like, whatever. And he goes, also, before dinner, I thought we could take a walk. There's a nice park nearby. The Taventas, they do a good job with keeping their nature, and the dog is allowed, I've been told, so.
Oh, good.
Boxbone can run and play. I did, and he pulls a ball out of his pocket that looks really well chewed up. He loves this more than life itself.
Nice. We wouldn't want to go anywhere that he can't go. She'll follow and just start playing with the dog. Talk, I guess.
And he does lay out. He brought a bag and he brought food. All of it appears to be vegetarian or vegan.
Oh, there we go.
And he is doing his best. That's
very sweet.
We are going to pan back to not the rest of the party because they're just stealthing and being like, hee hee hee. What do y'all actually have to say whispering to each other right now? I want to know what y'all are saying. So we're going to pan back to y'all.
I need to.
And y'all are watching this. What are y'all saying to each other?
I'll quickly say, before we did actually head off to stalk them, as per Dorian, Amaris did send a sending to let Asher know what's going on. It went most holy to let him know it's official business. I'm safe. Be informed the Irish Hawk and the Antam are searching civilians and going about the city looking for crows. That's it.
Understood. The Archon is aware and ordering Templars to aid the Antam in this. I'm very concerned by this.
We'll talk later. I will tell Bambi in hushed whispers that the Templars have been sent to aid the Antam search.
In hushed whispers. Dragon Age puns in our Dragon Age campaign? What?
Wow.
With heavy Inquisition vibes?
Bambi acknowledges this new information and is like, well, good thing we're getting out of here soon.
You need new armor. Better armor.
I like my armor. I'll just wear it once we're out the city.
I don't think your armor likes you very much.
You know, I don't think many
wear it
things.
on the boat.
We're
going on a Qunari boat, dear. You can't wear it on the boat neither. They kill you and throw you over the side. You can't
I'll
swim.
paint it a different color. I'm sure I can find like some acrylic paints and just,
We're going to find you some
How are they going to know?
As a mini painter, just thinking of taking acrylic paints and painting a full fucking set of armor, I'm just like, I know Bambi's a small man, but that would still take so long! God, now I'm thinking about painting armor for someone my size with acrylic paint. Oh god, that would take...
Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll sort that out later. These two, incredible,
There's such an innocence about them. It's so refreshing.
I know. It's it's cute. It's like awkward first date, very cute, very nice. I wonder how
They're like
quickly
little babies.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like little babies who
Like
definitely
little
have seen each other naked already.
I don't think they've seen each other naked. I don't think
I
Colin's
think they
seen a
have.
naked lady in a really long time. I don't think so.
I will bet you all of this money that Amaris just gave me that they have seen each other naked.
If you bet
Kitty!
all of that money, you're not getting any more.
See, it.
Well, I am very poor and
If I
very
lose-
small.
I think he will treat her very well, though. Upstanding gentleman as he is.
Your mic just went full robot for a second. It sounded awesome.
Yeah.
We are Borg.
We must conduct additional silence. So
I'll ask Mira because I think if we asked Ghilan'nain, he would punch me. And not like in a fun way. When I was saying earlier to Ulrich that Ulrich should punch me, and he was like, "Oh no, I wouldn't do that," and I was like, "Do it then," Anyway,
We should get Ulrich to ask Colin if he's seen her titties.
Yes. Perfect plan. Nothing could go wrong. He's just not promoted. I feel like that's something you should tell someone who's
Ask
just got
the
promoted.
gay man to go to the straight man. Go, have you seen the girl's tits? That'll go so well.
Well, we're not gonna be the ones.
y'all are gonna get Ulrich punched.
That's not us.
No.
You're gonna get Ulrich demoted.
No, you're gonna get Ulrich put another bigger pile of paperwork. Another bigger pile of paperwork in front of him. Anyway.
I mean, I could just ask Mira if she showed him his titties.
His titties.
She can't lie, really. I mean, she can, but she probably won't.
Why are you dragging Ulrich
Oh, you
into
know.
this?
What's the distance
Why
between
not?
us and them at the moment? Like, what's the actual feet of distance between us?
Like, y'all are on rooftops? Because that's where Bambi made y'all go. So,
Mm-hmm.
a weird...
Message is 120 feet.
Are they within 30 feet, though?
You're not within
Can
30.
we within 30 feet?
You're not within 30 feet, but you are within 120.
Can we get within 30 feet? Or actually, no, better yet.
Not without Cullen. Not without Cullen shooting Bambi a glare like, fuck off.
Cullen's
Or
not
not
seen
Bambi.
Bambi.
Oh, not without Cullen shooting the two of you a glare being like, fuck off.
This is my city. I can go wherever I please. However, better plan. Listen, we can interrogate Cullen later. I can read his mind, so even if he does, even if he doesn't tell the truth to Ulrich, I'll know exactly what he's thinking.
Oh.
They really want to know if Mira showed her tits.
Wait, you can speak
down with them.
Yes. You could just get every bit of information out of Mira.
I know, y'all have this intricate plan, but if you're like, Mira, did you show Cullen your boobs? You should be like,
yeah.
No, but it's funnier if we speak with Cullen. It's amusing watching him squirm.
Bambi was going to say,
oh, I have a
okay,
way.
I think we should do that later, but I think you can message people in their minds. You did it to me, You should message Mira. I want to see.
You want to see
Her
what?
titties?
No, I don't want to see her titties. Come on. No. I just want to see...
Okay, fine. They're nice, but whatever.
I'm gay.
Cullen may or may not be able to confirm.
Me too.
Listen, I'm sure she has a great pair of titties, but what I really want to know is I want to know if I'm winning this bet. Amaris, can you message Mira?
And this is how this session goes.
But she hasn't seen us yet.
I know, but
What
won't it be
ruins
fun?
it?
She's not
No,
going to
because
know.
then she can enjoy her nice evening and then we can
pretend to be her
interrogate them both
conscience.
later.
Pretend to be Jiminy Cricket in her head.
Then Oh no, it's me.
She's a mage.
Anyway, back with Mira and Cullen. Cullen is holding the ball up and like tossing it and letting Barkspawn bounce it back into his hand with his nose, and they're just playing like a little game of like catch. And he's like, taught him this trick at the Divine Conclave. There was so much free time.
I think that Mira, because I'm absolutely going to do this to you. I think Mira will go up to Barkspawn and like weave a little like vine around the little bow tie and cast Speak with Animals, so that she can talk to the Mabari.
Okay, he just goes, I love this game. I love this game. I love this game. He's like bouncing the ball back. I love it. Yay.
She just likes being able to.
And then he looks over. Oh, hi, Mira. And his little nub is waggling, or his tail is waggling like crazy. Hey.
Hello. I think she will absolutely talk to this dog throughout their playing together.
Cullen just looks back and forth because you are making bark sounds. Are you talking to my dog?
She'll turn. Right. Yeah. Yes.
Huh.
We talked about that.
I know you're magic, but I kind of forgot that you could talk to my dog, and now I'm very curious what he sounds like.
He's very happy.
What?
About what you'd expect.
Oh, that's good. And he goes, yes, I love you both. You are good. I like people.
Very cute. Yeah.
He's just got this biggest like mouth hanging open, just happiness. And as you and you know what? Out here, Spaghetti barks, but goes, he notices you. Do you like my dad?
I think she'll be like, yes, he's very nice.
He likes you. He talked about it last night that you were very pretty. He talks to me all the time because he forgets that I remember things.
I think he's gonna remember that you remember things.
Bitching on his owner.
He's like, no. All he said is you were very, very, very pretty, and then he got all flustered and said, "I need to go to bed."
Oh. Okay. That's very nice. That's very sweet. She'll throw the ball for him.
Ball! And he just sprints off, and he's just going ball, 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 as he's chasing it.
Yep.
I'm giving him Rottweiler energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
As you should
They
with a
give
Mabari.
Rottweiler energy.
Right? Oh, I wanted one so badly.
I had one growing up. He was a good boy. His name was Brago because my dad called him a horse, and because he was so big, and I was like,
cute.
So I named him after Aragorn's horse. He runs back.
Cute.
And he bounces the ball with it. He tosses it with his mouth, bounces it with his nose, and back it into your head, like at you. And before you come back, Colleen grabs it. He goes, "Oxbone, she wasn't expecting the game." And then he hands you the ball.
Okay. And she'll just.
What's he saying?
Again.
What's he saying, by the way?
Oh, he said that you think I'm very, 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 very pretty.
He just.
And then you had to go to bed.
He's not wrong. You are incredibly gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say I was a little nervous beforehand. And talking to my dog makes me feel more calm. And I'm now going to remember. He remembers everything I say, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And he runs back and barks. But here go. Yes, he remember. He has bad dreams sometimes. He sweats a lot and then he screams. It's scary, but I give him kisses to make him feel better. Mira, you should give him Mira, you should give him kisses to make him feel better.
I will do that if he has a nightmare.
Oh, he has those like all the time.
Okay. I'm sure it will happen then.
He's like, what is he saying now?
Nothing.
Deception check. Oh god, it gets Colin's insight. Oh shit.
Oh, fun. I don't lie a lot, do I? Oh, that's not awful. 21.
Actually, he rolled a 4, so your 21 beats his 18. Because he has,
Yeah.
he has a plus 4.
Sorry, he rolled a 4 and got a total of 18.
He has a plus.
Jesus Christ.
Level 20 paladin.
Yeah.
He just, huh. I suppose he probably, a lot of the things he thinks about is probably just dog things, which,
Yeah,
it must
lots
be.
of balls. You know.
You see Colin go, and then he doesn't say anything, but he's like, it looks like he wants to, but he's still a Ferelden dude bro warrior, so he thinks the joke but doesn't say it, and then
Yeah.
he's a good boy. Probably saved my life, actually. And then he just goes, oh, that's not true. I got abandoned by my owner, and he found me, and he took me home to Skyhold. I miss Skyhold. It was very nice. The Inquisitor was also nice. I miss Sarah. She kept feeding me cakes. She fed me one that made me poop a whole lot. I like Rainier.
She has just started giggling.
Oh, watch it. Boy, what are you telling me? He goes, oh no. His ears perk up. Oh no. He didn't like Sarah because she broke his desk once.
A person named Sarah broke your desk?
She sawed off one of the ends and waited for me to put something heavy on it. She was a prankster. She also put a bucket above Josephine's office door, waited for her to walk through it as water fell on top of her. And, can you believe this? The Inquisitor helped her!
She's kind of picturing the Inquisitor in her brain. She's like, oh, okay, no, actually, yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, she probably needed his help to reach above the door. She was very short. But anyway, Barkspawn, and he goes, and then Barkspawn just goes, oh, he's okay. He's never mad at me.
Yeah. I think she's gonna ask, where do you go after this?
Me? Well, wherever the Inquisitor sends me, or the Divine, for now, it seems I am going back for the first time in a long time to Skyhold to oversee operations in case things don't go well with the Qun. And the Inquisitor's stressed. But I have been given a leave of absence for a month before that, so I think I need to visit my sister. I haven't seen her in a few years, and I do tend to forget to tell her when I move places, because I just forget, and I don't like to worry her. And my
I think that not telling someone makes them worry.
You and she would agree, especially since my brother... she has reasons to worry.
Oh. Well, then you should definitely go see her. I get to go to Parvalen.
And good luck with that. That sounds like it'll be very fun. From what I've heard, the Arashok is very good on his word, and you all will be protected even from the worst that they have to offer.
Oh.
Also, he is kind of just... I think he's the closest thing they have to a king? So...
Oh.
I don't really understand that. I don't understand the Qun very much. My only example of a member of the Qun is the Iron Bull, and well... From what I understand, he's not a normal Qunari.
He seems fun.
That's one word for it. He convinced me to continue betting against somebody who was far better at a game of poker than me once.
Was it Varric?
You'd think, but it was actually Lady Montilier.
Oh. Huh.
And I learned a lesson that day, and it's never bet against an Antivan.
I have a friend that would probably agree.
The one we've... Narcisse, I think his name is?
I call him Bambi.
That's what he told us his name was, and pretty much as soon as he was recruited, Liliana looked at me and said, he's an Antivan Crow, we'll keep an eye on him. And then... They tell me things, and then I just accept it at this point.
We figured out that he was an Antivan Crow pretty quickly. It was like a day, I think.
Ulrich told me...
I turned into a crow to get them to understand what I meant.
That's kind of hilarious, actually, and... Man, that would be really funny.
Was nice.
What's your favorite animal to turn into, if you don't mind me asking?
A hala.
Well, you are as beautiful and graceful as one already, so that kind of makes sense.
Oh, thank you. That's a very big compliment. I mean, it's nice anyway, but if you were Dalish, that's a very big compliment.
I've been around enough Dalish. I know the implications, and I stand by my statement.
Thank you.
I think I'd want to turn into a Mabari. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. That probably would be pretty fun. I bet I could.
I'm sure he would love that, but I would be left here with only to watch you two play, without being able to at least hear one side of things. But
that might be an issue.
And you guys have been here for a while, and Cullen keeps darting his eyes over in one corner.
Can I make a check?
Sure, you can make a perception check.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's a 17 plus 7.
The only one you don't see, just like Cullen,
24.
Is Narcisse, because he got a 28. But you see Ellie really poorly hiding behind a very thin tree, just going... And you see Amaris just standing in the open, like not even trying to hide, just looking at you, smiling.
It's my city, I'm allowed to be here.
And...
Okay, so the fun part about message, the spell, is I can point towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The fun part is it doesn't say that I have to see them. So can I assume that Bambi is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
He's in the tree that Ellie is hiding behind.
Yeah. Like on a branch, like balancing it like a surfboard.
Yeah, she definitely I think she laughs to herself and then and then directs a message towards where she could see them at Bambi and goes, I can't see you, but I know you're there. You guys are being either very overprotective or a little weird.
Bambi, because you can't reply with message, can you?
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Yep. I think you just in your mind hear muffled laughter that you also hear from the top of the tree out loud.
Yeah.
And then you just hear caw in your mind.
Yeah. I think everyone except for your lieutenant commander has followed us.
So it would see... Wait, everyone? Include... of course the crows here.
You can't see him.
Well...
Yeah.
I don't mind, but if you would rather... I do have a private place here if you would like to go somewhere more quiet and private.
Part of her immediately thinks that they're going to follow them into a house. And then Amaris will just walk in and be like, this is my city, I live here.
You don't want to walk into a house when a Mabari is told to guard. That's how Amaris loses a leg.
That's true.
I feel like Amaris would be like, you know what, worth it.
Yeah.
But he sees him go into a house, and then that's all he needs to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that she'll be like, sure, we can go somewhere else. I don't mind. Plus, like, I leave, I think, pretty early tomorrow, so it'll be nice to spend more time together.
Of course.
Whenever they go to leave, she is going to, as they pass by the tree, be like, we're going now!
Wait, Mira, message me.
No.
She will, because she just doesn't, she'll just be like, you know that we could just talk, right? Because message is in their head, you don't have to say anything out loud.
Oh yeah, that's why. Because then Bambi just says, have you seen each other naked? This is for a bet. I have 1,000 sovereigns riding on this.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'm lagging, I think. Hold on.
So am I.
I'm also lagging.
I
But
am
that's-
lagging too. Oh,
Whoa,
wow.
whoa, whoa.
Everyone calm down.
Give us a second.
Don't
Give it a
scare the
second.
Discord.
Sorry, folks.
Oh, boy.
Discord pooped its pants, so we're back.
Broke apart.
We're back.
So, how does Mira answer Bambi?
I think there's a part of Mira that is okay. She is naive in a lot of ways, but she's also a Dalish girly. She like, I think that honestly in my canon, I don't think she's like ashamed of the elven body or like being whatever. So she fully was like, oh yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
first night.
Amazing.
Nice.
Thank you very much. I owe you. You can have a cut.
Okay.
Have fun.
Okay, bye. And as they're walking, she'll look at Colin and just be like, I don't know why my friend keeps giving me money, but I'm very rich now compared to what I was.
Considering you have more money walking around with you right now than I have in my pocket right now, and I am basically second in command of the Inquisition. Yes, you are rich. Not right now.
Yeah. Good. Well,
As
that's fun.
they're walking away, you hear a thump in the distance as Bambi comes down from the tree and immediately says, Ellie, you owe me 1,000 sovereigns.
Oh, misfits.
So,
Yeah.
and they go and they lead to a.
Don't we have 1,000 sovereigns?
They go
You
to.
better find it.
They go to the Inquisition. The Inquisition has its own estate that Cullen has been basically using by himself right now.
Oh yeah.
Leads you inside, and he looks at Markspawn and says, "You make sure no unwanted guests." Markspawn, and you hear him, oh, "You're dead," and then he goes, "Says, I will defend this home with my life." It turns dog mode. Dog
Activation.
Yeah. Flips from
Like a therapy dog.
flip from Doug to Batman real quick.
Fair.
And then
Justice.
he goes, would you like a drink? We can sit and talk. We can...
Sure.
What would you... And he's like, I have many different things to drink. I have alcohol, juice, water, whatever you can want.
Wait, I love the idea of her being like, geez, no. She'll go for alcohol. If there's like mead or
It's
something of the sort.
Cullen pours you both mead, and he just sets the bottle in the middle of the table, and he says, "Curious, how often do the Dalish drink? Just out of curiosity."
I mean, that's... Okay, I know that you didn't mean it in any sort of rude way, but that's kind of like looking at a whole entire group of people and expecting all of them to keep the same schedule about something that's a hobby
No, that's true.
or libation.
I apologize. I guess I specifically meant your clan. My apologies.
Oh, that depends on the people. Usually it's more of like a social thing.
Fair
'Cause
enough.
we make our stuff, usually. And when we stop traveling, you don't really like,
That's fair.
trade with as many people.
He drinks a bit, and he just goes, mead's probably my favorite. Iron Bull really likes beer for some reason. Like,
It's easy to drink a lot of that.
And he is large. He drinks so much.
Mm-hmm.
And he just keeps drinking his mead and just goes, right, I'm terrible at this, and you're very pretty, and I'm... Make it. It's a little hot. I miss all the shots you don't make, and he leans in and kisses you.
Sure. Yeah, she'll kiss him back, and they will proceed to talk and kiss and make merry for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think that she's going to like have sex with him. She met him yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think that she will absolutely have a lot of fun with him, and plan to probably have more fun with him some other time.
There are many other things.
There are many other things that she is aware of. And yeah, I think that she will absolutely do that and spend quite a bit of time there, not spend the night there.
Yeah.
She wants to get back to Dorian. Actually, where was the Alluvian?
In Dorian's house.
Yeah, she wants, when she ends the night, to be close to that.
Okay.
But she will spend a lot of the night there.
And Cullen being a respectful good boy, which for some reason people in the Dragon Age community some people are like, no, he's an evil piece of shit. It's like, no, Cullen's a good boy.
No.
And he's very respectful and understands. Yeah, that's why he's voiced by me now.
Yes. He's very respectful.
He's a good... And
he'll help her put her clothes back on and then walk her home.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you work in all the games.
Yeah, I voiced Cullen. What are you talking about? Speaking of dates, Ulrich, how do you get all dressed up for your date with Dorian?
Hey, but you're so welcome. They were too busy hanging out watching mine.
You know what? I think that is a blessing in disguise.
Oh, no. No, you're incorrect, because Amaris knows he doesn't need to follow Dorian and Ulrich, because Dorian's going to come back home and tell him in explicit detail exactly what happened and exactly what he was thinking during what point. So they don't need to be followed. They will be told.
And then Amaris is going to tell Bambi.
Correct.
And Bambi will
Secrets
tell
do not
everyone.
apparently, secrets do not stay within this group. It's very clear.
It's everyone's business.
So
there are no secrets here.
So, probably one of the last things we'll do this session. Ulrich, how do you get all dressed up for Dorian? What is Ulrich wearing?
The problem with Ulrich and someone like Dorian being interested in him is that Ulrich is not a man of finery. He's not much of a man for a lot of super finery clothes, and probably doesn't travel really with any really fine clothes. So I guess he dresses in something kind of simple, kind of humble kind of dress, just because that's what is comfortable for him. It's what he is used to his whole life in being a soldier. And I mean, probably the best thing he does to kind of, I guess, in his mind, be presentable, instead of having his hair in the updo because bun, because that's what he does to keep it out of combat. I guess he kind of does more of a half ponytail kind of situation. Again, just really simple. No extra decor or anything like that. The guy is a pretty low key dressed kind of dude. This is a salt of the earth man.
Well, as you walk out, you actually are surprised to see Dorian dressed fairly, not super fancy. He's still dressed nice. It's very low key, and he just goes, well, don't you look dashing? I love your hair. He immediately notices the thing you put the effort into and compliments that specifically. Oh, I always do. And then he just goes, come, I have somewhere very nice to show you.
Alright.
So Dorian actually leads you out through Minrathous, down to the lower city, to Docktown. She goes,
oh, boy. This is Gabby saying this to Dia, you motherfucker.
He goes, I imagined you would feel, and I mean this in the best way, more comfortable just having a stroll and getting some food. No need for some fancy upper-scale Tevinter restaurant that you'd probably hate because of all the fancy magic magisters.
I'm genuinely surprised.
Well, that's what I do best, my dear. Well, one of the things I do best.
No comment. Just clear up his throat.
He's like, oh, I suppose I should clear mine for later as well. He says this and walks over, and he walks you over to a, actually, Ferelden-owned establishment.
Huh.
And you... That was the best.
Thank you so much.
How long this session have you been waiting for me to get to Dorian flirty moments to use that? You've been waiting this whole time?
Dia said
Perfect.
I'm prepared.
Dia's like,
I'll be honest, I forgot I had this fan.
But then Dorian started talking
It
and
was
you
just in
went...
the right place, right time.
But then you're like, wait.
Directly in front of me, along with my pepper one.
It's like...
I want the audience at home to be aware that the rest of these fuckers are being extremely side chat here. That's why I am breaking so often. Yeah, I'm telling on you.
So I'm also...
I didn't do it. It's Parker.
I'm an innocent baby.
That's a lie.
So
Dirty, filthy lies.
This dwarven establishment, I have a fun joke for this, for the people who played Origin. There is a dwarf standing on a table, like, outside. He goes, Dwarven craft brews! Fine dwarven craft brews! Direct from Orzammar! It is a Orzammar brewery. I had to have the fine dwarven crafts. And he goes, I've never tried Orzammar ale, but it seems like an interesting idea.
I've had some that were imported from Denerim. Can be pretty strong.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that you're here to carry me home in case I pass out. But don't you worry, my dear. I can handle myself in many regards. Just me breaking Gabby every time Dorian opens his mouth.
It's Gabby and Ulrich, okay? Ulrich does not remember how to be with.
And Dorian just puts his finger under Ulrich's chin and lifts it up. He's like, "Relax, my dear. I understand that this may be new to you, but I am very good at introducing people to new things."
Sorry, I'm getting super laggy at the moment.
Damn it, Discord! It's doing it again.
Whoa!
Whoa, okay. Wait it out again. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully this is the last time I have to say that this is going to be a 4-part recording. Yay for me, editing-wise.
Oh, boy.
So Dorian leads you inside, and you guys each get your ale. And Dorian says, "So, Ulrich, I hear you come from Denerim. Never been, personally, but heard many things about it from friends I know in Ferelden. And I also understand you fought in the 5th Blight."
More like I was underneath a bunch of rubble trying to survive.
That's more what I understand the 5th Blight was like in general, for the most part. Yeah. Well, hopefully we don't have another one of those.
Hopefully. That 5th one was already hell to go.
And that was
I
apparent.
I wasn't much of a fighter back then either, so no fighting was something I ever saw myself doing.
Well, and he looks at you, he goes, it seems you've taken to the more physical attributes of fighting very well. Very strong arms.
I like to think so. I worked very hard.
Hey, the hard work pays off, it seems.
So hard.
It looks like you would...
Ulrich's trying so hard.
They look like they'd be good at holding people up, and he takes your right hand and like kind of like also goes, "This is such a pretty necklace."
Fucking hell, Cole! Jesus Christ!
I am very good at the flirty parts of flirty NPCs.
It is 4 in the goddamn morning.
For you! But Dorian just casually goes back to the conversation. He's like, I've never been to Denerim. What's it like? Like, just casually glances over that he's just said that. Like, what's your favorite thing about Ferelden? I'm curious from a native. All I ever got out of Sarah was alleys and arrows.
Yeah, that sounds like Sarah. All I got from a lot of pranks at Skyhold. That was fun times.
Thankfully, she never pranked me.
Denerim had its problems, but I mean, there could be peace where you could find it. There was work where you could find it.
That's good. How does it
I had a niche job.
What was your job before you joined the Inquisition?
Cartography.
Oh!
Always been a cartographer.
That is right, you're the cartographer who mapped out the deep roads after we found the Titan!
Pretty much, yeah.
Loved your work. So, strong and precise. Deadly combination.
It's worked out for me this far.
Has it?
I like to think so. I always like trying new things.
He leans forward and goes,
to expand on my practice.
Well, I'm new things. Perhaps you could try me. You know, a lot of people say I have a... They give me credit for my speaking and how good I am at talking, but you'd be surprised at the other credit my tongue gets me, my dear.
God damn!
Oh, someone else is giving us. You know, you're very good at drawing maps, but I wonder how well you do mapping out a Magister's body and remembering all the nooks, all the crannies.
You're a lot faster at coming up with these than I am, Dorian.
It's experience.
I'm very, very practiced, so I...
Well, that just means that we have to practice a lot before tomorrow morning. Like, I just look at chat and everyone turning red.
Yeah, no need to blush on Ulrich's behalf. I'm already doing that for both of us. For both
I
him
was
and
so
me.
I was so innocent and nice.
You were also flirting with Cullen too. That's
the chat says.
that half the first date of the session, just cute little innocent flirting with Cullen. The second half, Dorian being like, "Hey, dwarf man, map out my body."
And dwarf man being
Dorian does drink down his dwarven ale is quite strong. Oh dear, yep. When I get drunk enough, I do well, I won't spoil the surprises.
Chugging.
Is that a sign we should make our way back, my dear?
Fuck it. Why not?
Dorian uses a teleportation spell to
Yes, he does!
to teleport you to... He leaves gold on the counter. Back into the bedroom. He uses prestidigitation. And he is naked. And he goes, but not on you. I think I'd rather like to remove it piece by piece.
Oh my god.
And we're going to fade to black there.
Yep.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yes, Daddy!
So now everyone in the party has got laid except for the slutty demon crow.
Get laid yet, but that's my choice.
Oh,
He had a
true,
kiss.
true.
He had looked on his
You
kiss.
scored in your own way. You scored in your own way.
You scored. You didn't get laid, but well, I'm sure Cass will do everything in his power to fix that on the boat with all of these tall, muscly Kunari around.
I can't wait for Ulrich to try and lie to us about it.
He's not gonna lie. He's just gonna ignore any questions.
By the way, specifically, Cass, I have special NPCs for you on Saharon.
Oh boy.
Just for Cass.
Yay!
Non-binary Kunari Talvashoth with giant arms. That's not Tosh, obviously, but Tosh coded, but a little bit more flirty. But we'll meet them when we meet them. But anyway, that's tonight's session. I think a very good decompression from last session's activities, where lots of important NPCs died and a lot of terrible things happened. Yeah. But then next session, the party gets to go, and Amaris gets to go with Dorian and the Archon to talk to Asher. And then Ellie gets to talk to the Inquisitor. Mira gets to talk to Dorian about the Illuvian. Mira gets to go to the Illuvian. And
Mira gets to push the big red button that she's been avoiding.
And by the way, that's how next session is starting. Is with the big red button.
I'm just here.
And
big red button.
And I will say, end the night you all go your separate ways. Bambi, you're probably back at Dorian's house, just like where you were, just kind of perched out. And as the session ends, you just hear, "So still here, I see." As Zevran is spinning a dagger on the tip of his finger, and he goes, "I have an opportunity for you," and that's where we're gonna end the session. So next session we start with Zevran and Bambi, and then we move into Mira and Felisan.
Oh boy.
But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like down below. And I can confirm I'm going to go ahead and announce this campaign's going to be a little longer than expected, but it will have different names as it goes. We've officially decided to make this an AU, where the events of Veilguard may or may not happen, and the villains may or may not be different. We're going to finish Dragon Age Call of the Cune, which will lead into Dragon Age Dreadwolf. So, look forward to that. We still have plenty of Call of the Cune to go, because obviously they're heading to the Kunari realms. But look forward to that in the future, and next session, Mira gets to push the button, and Bambi might get a button to push. So we'll see y'all on the next episode.